Welcome, everybody. I'm Denim Sky. This is Hemp Meadows, and this is the Hemp and Denim podcast.
Hey, it's great to be back with you. We've got a great show today, Denim. Tell them what we're going to hear.
It's episode 10.
Right on.
It's our Post-Valentine's Day episode, and we're going to be talking about relationships, working with a partner.
Well, I think it's working together as a couple.
Okay, working together as a couple, ins and outs, ups and downs. We're also going to be playing, in view of the fact we've been married for 32 years, we're going to play the Newlywed Game. And we're going to see how well we really know each other.
Yeah.
That should be very, very
fascinating.
Interesting.
I can't wait, actually.
I know.
It's going to be fun.
And then we're going to also talk about the top 5 rules for a successful relationship. Hopefully we'll
I'm really not into rules, you know.
I know that. But it's going to be a great show. And so be sure to find us on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Play.
Yeah,
so
right on.
We'll get started in just a second.
See you then.
You can't fool karma. From Nashville, Tennessee, it's the Newlywed Game. Let's meet today's contestants. This not-so-newlywed couple has been together for over 30 years and just released a music video for their hit song, Follow Your Heart. It's Hemp Meadows and Denim Sky. Now, give it up for the host of the Newlywed Game, Nick Danger.
Hello, everybody.
All
Yep,
right.
I'm coming in hot, straight from the internet domain over here. Been keeping an eye on the community. Looks like everything's perking along really well. And, I think we're all looking forward to seeing what you guys do on the Newlywed Game here. So I'm looking
Right
forward
on.
to it.
All right.
Me
Well,
too.
what's the first question, Nick?
Is that the way it works? How does this work?
Yeah. What are the rules to this game?
Yeah, okay, so what I'm going to be doing is we're going to be asking some questions, okay? And these questions will be directed at each of you individually, and we'll be asking you questions about your significant other.
Okay.
And so what your job will be is, let's say, for example, I were to ask Denim Sky a question about hemp.
Okay.
So what Hemp would do is, we all hear the question at the same time. What
Okay.
Hemp does is he writes down the honest answer. So Hemp, the man himself, he knows what these things are specifically. Denim will be trying to figure out what they are. And in between each one of these, we will swap. So on the next question,
Okay.
it will be, Denim will write down the true, honest answer, and Hemp will be trying to figure it out.
Or
Okay.
at least what we think is the true
We
honest
think it's the truth.
Yeah.
But we think they think is the true answer.
Yeah. Now
a
we
lot
get
of
into a little
projection
strategy here. Yeah. What do I think that Denim would think if he asked her that question?
sounds-
That's
this
what I'm
sounds
going to
like
be
the
doing.
Princess
That's my
Bride.
true, honest answer.
All right. Let's have the first question.
All right. Let's see. Can we get a little drum roll, Casey? There it is. All right. So, first,
Is there a rim
Miss
shot?
Denim Sky, what would your husband say is his biggest pet peeve? The hempster himself, what is his biggest pet peeve?
So you have to write it down quick.
Yep.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't let Denim see it.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
let me see it.
Get top
So,
secret.
Pet peeves, there's a lot of pet peeves that Hemp has, I have to say. And there are several of them that could be on this list. Perhaps the sheer volume of my sneezes would be one of his pet peeves.
The volume of your sneezes.
Yes, my
That's
they're
not
very-
a pet peeve. It's an irritation. There's
So-
a difference, honey.
That would go down the list a little bit, but I'd have to say Hemp's biggest pet peeve is things that don't work.
Ooh, is this your final answer? So, the hempster.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh!
Things that don't work. I hate things that don't work.
Yep. We're going to have to...
My gosh, that's true.
Yep, things that don't work.
I was reading, I saw a video about people beating up on robots, and I said, well, that's natural, because when our stuff doesn't work, we want to beat it up. So it seems only natural that if the robot was doing things, we'd kick it over and beat it up. So
Yeah.
pretty soon they'll have their rights protected, though, and you could get in big trouble for that.
That's the truth.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, things that don't work, because they're designed to work when they no longer work, they're useless.
Exactly.
It's true. So we got a point for Miss
We got a
Dennis.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't I win anything?
Well, not yet. We're about to find out.
Okay.
So next up, we got a question for Mr. Hemp Meadows.
Okay.
The man with the plan. So this is a big question.
Oh, I don't have to write anything down.
No, I have to write it down.
Yep. So this is a question
Okay.
for Hemp Meadows about Miss Denim Sky. When your wife is getting dressed in the morning, which one of her outfits do you hope she's putting on? Ooh, this is a tough one. I'm sure there's a lot of good ones out there.
Denim Sky has quite an elaborate wardrobe.
I have lots of outfits. That would be very
I don't.
hard.
I don't know that I would even know which one it would be. Oh well.
Wait.
Okay, I got an idea.
This is a
I
toughie.
got an answer for that.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Denim, do you have it written down yet?
No, I can't decide which outfit to wear.
Understandable.
Think esoterically,
Esoterically.
as well as aesthetically, and emotionally.
All right.
Okay.
I can't wait to
I
hear
didn't
what
see
he's
that.
going to say.
All right. So we got the answer written down. So we got Mr. Hemp. When your wife is getting dressed in the morning,
Yep.
which one of her outfits do you hope she is putting on?
The one that makes her feel the best.
Ooh.
Oh, what a nice
That's
answer.
philosophical, yeah.
That's such a great answer.
How else could I pick?
Wow.
And it doesn't really matter to me because you look great in all of them.
It's true.
It's just I just want you to feel good
Isn't that nice?
when you come out.
What's the answer?
Mink boa and nothing else.
Oh!
Yes!
I mean,
That is a favorite of mine,
that's
I
a
must
point.
admit.
I'm gonna count it. That's a point. That's a point.
Yeah,
for
that is a
Hemp
point. Yeah, she gets another point. She might get more than that a little bit later.
I hope so.
Meadows. Excellent.
Hear that? That's a knock on the door, baby.
All right. Well, excellent. So, I mean, in my book, we got a tied game right now.
Okay.
Okay.
So we got 1 point on both sides. So we're coming back, switching sides.
Feather boa with nothing else. That's not an outfit, honey. I guess, well, not really. That's what I love about it.
All right. So let's see. We are coming back. All right. So this is a question.
This is for me now, wouldn't it be?
Yep.
Okay.
Mr. Hemp Meadows. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would your husband, Hemp Meadows, say that you would want to go? So we got the hipster writing down.
Okay, he's writing it down. I'm thinking there's a lot of nice places to go, but I think I know where I would like to go.
Yeah.
Are you ready? I'd like to go to Hawaii.
Hawaii. All right, reveal it. What do we got? Hawaii.
That's amazing.
Hawaii.
Nice.
It was either Hawaii or Rome. And I
think-
said Hawaii.
Oh boy, thanks, honey.
Those are your two favorite places.
Wow, I feel so known. That's
To be known,
I'm feeling
to know and to be known,
to
to
love,
be loved and to be loved,
It's marvelous, marvelous.
to
darling.
serve and to be served. These are the virtues of a life well lived.
Oh boy, so now,
Yeah.
Thank you, honey.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't say I was taking you to Hawaii. I just said you'd like to go.
I know you like to give me what I
Okay.
want.
Yeah. Particularly when you're wearing a feather boa and nothing else.
Uh-oh.
All right, it's my turn, right?
All right.
Yeah.
So back at it. All right. So, Mr. Hemp,
Yeah.
what was your wife wearing on your first date with her?
A feather boa and nothing else. No.
What was Miss
Casey,
Denim
do you have a
Sky?
rim shot over there you can throw in occasionally? Okay.
What was Miss Denim Sky wearing on your first date with her? Back at the wardrobe. Hopefully, you've proven you got a pretty good wardrobe memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have a very vivid memory of this because the night I met Hemp was a pretty big night, and I know exactly what I was wearing. Do you remember what I was
Yes.
wearing, sweetheart?
Yep. She was wearing a beautiful
You don't
red-
have to write it down.
Oh, she was wearing a beautiful red coat and black cigarette skirt.
That's-
Pants.
Skirt.
Skirt.
He's very close.
And then, yeah.
It was a black suit with a pencil skirt and a
Pencil
gold blouse.
Ooh, I'm going to count it.
Yeah.
But
I'm
what
gonna
about the
count
red
it.
jacket?
It was a black jacket.
It was a black jacket?
Black jacket.
Oh, man.
I sometimes wear a red blouse with it.
Okay.
And I made the outfits.
Yeah, you look
remember that?
fantastic.
Yeah, I used
remember
to
that.
sew all my clothes.
That's cool. Do we have a
Long
picture?
ago.
Do we have a picture we could use on Facebook?
We do. We have a picture similar. I have the red blouse, but the jacket. Yeah, I'll give it to you.
You have that jacket in the
Excellent.
picture?
I do.
Fantastic. Well, I'll tell you what, I do remember that looking across, we were backstage at the sports arena at a Cars concert. The biggest band in the world, right? And just like, we're there. It's so exciting. It's like unbelievable. And, I look across and there's Denim right there, man. I mean, there's a lot of people there, a lot of really groovy people. I mean, when you're a band like the Cars, believe me, it's backstage. You got a lot of shit going on, a lot of people there. But, man, that's one of I'll never forget that moment of seeing you like that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was mutual.
So, it wasn't really a first date.
No, it was
our
the
first date was the night we met.
It was first meeting, and,
Yeah,
and it
that was our
lasted
first
for
date.
4 days,
Yeah, exactly.
nonstop.
If you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean.
And I know you know what I mean.
So far now, I get a point this time.
Yep, that's
right.
correct.
Oh, man.
Finally,
So what is the score now?
the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so this one's coming in. The next question.
Who's it coming into?
This is a question for Denim about Mr. Hempster.
Okay.
All right, so it is Hemp Meadows, the man with the plan himself. He is coming up with a date night for both of you. What does he plan to do for the date night? This is a tough one. We've all been there, picking out a date night. Are we going out? Are we getting some food? It's a tough call.
I think what we would most like to do on a date night.
Get a decent meal in Nashville.
Okay.
No, I think on a date night, we usually just like staying home and being together.
Oh!
Damn.
Meadows coming in clutch.
I'm amazed. How can you know these things about me?
That's my favorite thing. When you're wearing a feather boa and nothing else, it's date night, baby.
Yep.
That is the night we're staying in. No need to go out. I got everything I need right here at home. Thank you very much.
Well,
That's
it's been
beautiful.
a great Valentine's Day, I have to say.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to many more.
Me too, baby.
Uh,
We'll be right back.
You can't fool karma.
Wow, Hemp, I'm so impressed. How did you know those things about me? That I'd like to go to Hawaii and I like to stay in, and that I know you hate things that don't work? That was astonishing.
Yeah. Well, I know you. And I love you. And because I love you, I pay attention to the little things. You know, it's not just the big things that I love. And it's the little things. And there's things that, that I don't like
Things
about
that you don't
too.
like.
Yeah. And same here, too. But see, this is one of the things we want to talk about in this segment is working together as a couple, being together. We're kind of like experts on marriage because we've been married for so long. And it's not a big deal, except that it really kind of is a big deal that we've been married so long.
And another thing is we've worked together throughout many years
Most of
of
that
our
time.
marriage.
Yeah.
We've had a businesses together and worked together all the time.
The best times I've had in business have been working with you.
That's right.
And that's what we're doing now. That's
Yeah.
part of our plan, was to get back where we, she had her life, I had my life. We were both successful in our different fields. But can you relate? I mean, you get back together again, and we didn't even have kids. So it's like the kids are taking all the time and everything. But, it's like she would have her stuff that was like really weighing on her. My stuff was weighing on me, and you couldn't really talk to the other person because it was like, oh, wow, think about what I'm doing. You like that? Listen to this, And it's like, working together, doing the same thing, where you're actually sharing a vision with each other of where you want your lives to be.
Well, you know,
And
I
agreeing
think,
on
yeah,
that.
agreeing on that. I think a lot of couples get that with their children and raising their children. But for us, since we've never had any children, we didn't have that. But
The only fights my mom and dad had were on how to discipline the children.
and I'm sure with you and your brother, that was quite a task.
It was a big deal. I mean, tell me. So, yeah. So, I mean, working together it's a blast, but it also has a lot of inherent challenges.
Yeah, for one thing, when we first started working together, Hemp would treat me like an employee, and he
Yeah.
would bark orders at me, and that didn't go over too well.
Well, the reason why is because I was really driven, and we had a hell of an opportunity in front of us, and we needed to make tracks as fast as we could, and you know, I didn't really have the leadership skills, I'm sure. You know.
Well, you were a pretty mean boss back then.
Really?
Well, but see, that's one of the things you have to decide if you're working together with your spouse is, are you going to be like equal partners? I think it's better to be equal partners, not have one person be the boss. Because I know when you would boss me around, I would dig in my heels and I would like not do anything, and then we would reach loggerheads.
Yeah.
But when we started singing, when Hemp started going out and doing the open mics, and then later on he invited me to go, I had a stipulation that he had to be really nice to me in order to get me to go out. So that was really great. Because
Well, and then that led kind of like into the real reason that it worked, particularly going out and playing live. Very sensitive time, and you're putting a lot on the line. And we were a brand new act. We didn't even have an act. We had a few songs. We were trying to sing together. We didn't know who we were as performers or our dynamic together.
yeah, we had to just start to develop that.
And so there's a lot of tension. And
So he made a commitment to just be really mellow.
I knew that the whole key was her mood. You know, and that changed everything. Was I knew that if Denim wound up being, if I could get her to the gig happy, then everything would be great. The gig would come off fine. Because if she's happy, the world is happy around her, you know. But, you know, if I'm thinking about things or I'm complaining or if I'm just like, here's an irritation, I might be driving too fast. And she would go, honey, slow down. I go, hey, you know, we got to get there or whatever. You know, so if I don't pay attention to her, but I realize that, look, the extra, if she feels uncomfortable, I need to slow down. So her knowing that I'm caring for her in that moment, irrespective of like whether it, you know, made sense to me necessarily to have to slow down, that's not what's important. What's important is that her mood remains supreme. And I was willing to submit myself to that for the greater purpose that I knew that if she was happy when she got up on stage, you know, we had a shot at a really good performance.
Well, and I appreciate that so much too. And I also made a point to try not to say things that would push Hemp's buttons or make, you know, we all know our spouse or boyfriend that we can like say something that we know is going to make them go off the deep end. I would like be very careful to just not do anything that would upset our mood. And I know that's what you were doing too. And so therefore we had a great time going out and doing all these open mics that could have
Yeah.
been very tense and horrible, but actually were fun.
So one of the things that we found in working together is it's still, working together just provides a forum for your own personal growth.
Right.
And your own personal growth as a couple. Because you have your life, I have mine, we have our lives together. So the dynamic is constantly changing. And I think one of the reasons why couples break up is that one person grows a different way than another person. Or, you know, their interests don't converge anymore. There's stuff like that. So I know that you're constantly trying to improve yourself, and I am too. And, you know, we've gotten to a place where we respect that about one another. We appreciate it about one another, and we honor it about one another. And at the same time, you know, we understand that the other person knows our, like, the buttons and the weaknesses and everything, and we're willing to accept that to some degree because we know that person doesn't want to stay at that place. They want to grow out of it. And most of it comes out in arguments, like when there's conflict or something, that's when you realize, because you could be like going along really great and then something happens.
Well, I bet you our listeners and watchers, they've had situations like this where what are your buttons? Like, have you ever analyzed them? If we'd love to hear about your buttons of what you can't stand.
We would? I don't know about that.
I would. I'd like to know what sends you off to over the edge of like going, don't ever I don't ever ask, do I look fat in this? That's a bad question to ask for anybody. And so you can always expect to get your buttons pushed if you ask questions like that. So it's best to avoid them, I would think. But
did I ask that question? Is that where this is leading?
no, he never.
No.
You don't ask that question.
No. Do I look fat in this? I never asked that question. I wouldn't know anything about that. And I know that you never asked that question. You never.
I asked myself that question.
Yeah, you don't need to ask me. Why would you bring me into this? I don't want to know anything about that. I just know that working together can be a really a great thing. But I'll tell you what. We have people all the time that go, "Gee, I wish that I had my husband and I could do that together." And I'll tell you what, we found something that we can do together that is uniquely rewarding to both of us individually.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
And then together, it's greater than the sum of our parts. That's the other part that's just so great.
Yeah, that kind of leads us. I mean, I have to tell y'all that Hemp has been so gracious to me, him being the songwriter and creating the songs. And, it's his music, and I'm like an enhancement. I'm like, make it better.
You're like my Garfunkel.
I'm like his Garfunkel. But, he wants to rebrand our band as Hemp
A
and
better
Denim.
looking Art Garfunkel.
It's been Hemp Meadows featuring Denim Sky, but now he wants it to be Hemp and Denim. And I'd like to know what you guys think about that. So if you could leave us in the comments, should we stay Hemp Meadows featuring Denim Sky, or should we go to Hemp and Denim? I think it's, I don't know.
Well, they're respective of what they think it's Hemp and Denim. So
See?
you can send in your thoughts, but it really doesn't matter. It's kind of like the rest of the world. Why should I bother answering that question? It really doesn't matter. But, working together has been, when it works, is the most gratifying thing. Haven't you felt that way?
I have, really.
And even when it's failed, there's been times when we've been on stage that we felt like, man, it just was not happening tonight. What is the back way out of here? And we both found a way. We
slide
both
out
felt,
the back.
We both felt that way. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't want to walk out the front of this place. We're going to go out the back way. And so, so we've suffered through those times as well. But you're doing it together. And it's a lot of work. But I think ultimately it's worth it, because when it's good, it's really good. It's like relationships, and you gain an appreciation for when it's good, it's really good, because it might be good all the time, or pretty good all the time, but there are some moments that are even really sweeter that you would never have on your own, but you can only share together. And it's like that too with disappointment or with tragedy, sharing that together.
Well, we understand that it's not every couple that can work together, and a lot of people don't have a significant other in their lives right now. And, for those people that would like to have someone to love, we wish you, the best of luck and good hopes that you'll find somebody that you can have fun with, like we do.
Yeah, I'm going to do a series on that.
You are?
Yeah, I'm going to do a series for men.
Okay, what's that going to be about?
It's for women. It's like, I meet women a lot that don't really know what to look for in a guy, and they wind up having bad relationships. And I want to help men, particularly young men, who, might not have a mentor. I've kind of been there and done that, and I've done it fairly successfully in my life over a long period of time. And I've got some wisdom, hard-earned knowledge that's been gained, and I'd love to share it with you.
So are we going to do a series of that? What's going to be?
Let's figure that out. And you can do one for women, I'll do one for men.
Okay. Well, let us know what you think about that.
I think
that'd be great.
That's kind of cool. So please write in and leave a comment at
you can leave a comment on Facebook,
right? Yeah.
or you can visit us at hempmeadows.com, and you sign up for Team Hemp.
Hashtag Team Hemp.
Hashtag Team Hemp.
I'm telling you what, it's so cool. If you go to YouTube, if you just put in hashtag Team Hemp, our videos come up.
It's pretty
way
fun.
cool, man. So we want you to become a member of the team. There's special discounts, other, behind the scenes stuff. And, we're thinking of ways that we can, unite our community and our tribe and, provide greater levels of value and fun and,
And great products
stuff.
like our Hemp Meadows CBD.
Yeah.
Which we haven't taken any in this episode yet. But y'all, you need to try our Hemp Meadows CBD. It's great for all sorts of sleeping, anxiety, pain, just feeling
I take
of
it every
well-being.
day, and I think you should too. And if not ours, take some. But
Take
please
some,
take
yeah,
ours.
take some CBD.
It's the best. It's the only one that I put my name on. And believe me, I've got connections. So we've got the best.
So this has been a Valentine's Day, after Valentine's Day special filled with love,
Yeah.
surprises.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
I love playing the Newlywed Game.
I know. I want to
Yeah.
play it. Should we play that again?
Yeah.
I think we should.
You guys enjoy that? We sure did. It's
Yeah.
fun. So,
We'll
hey,
be
our
right
podcast
back.
is developing. Our show's coming along, and we just love engaging with you guys. So please, visit the site, our site on Facebook all the time. Please leave your comments, like and share our stuff. We're just, on this journey together, and we love having you along for the ride.
We'll be right back.
You can't fool karma.
I just want to wish you all a happy Valentine's Day and wish you love in your life and wish you creative, fun, and good times.
And freedom.
And
Yeah.
freedom. And we're Hemp and Denim, and we'll be seeing you next week. And we love you.
God willing.
God willing.
Well, you know what? This has been a lot of fun tonight. I've really enjoyed being with you, Dan.
Me too.
Yeah. I can't wait until we get off air and we can actually be together.
That'll be wonderful.
We'll get out of your hair as soon as possible.
Good night, all.